Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Alias. This is the ABC Network series from 2002, 2001 to 2005. Holy cow, this is much older than I thought it was. Yeah, this is starring Jennifer Gardner, Victor Garber, let's see who else. Ron Rifkin, and Carl Lundby, and Kevin Weissman, and Michael Vartan. So, yeah, uh, he appears in the first episode, but get the feeling that he might be a little bit important later on. Uh, anyway, there's a ton of faces in this. Oh, in fact, Grunny's in there. Grunberg also. He's a staple of every J.J. Abrams bad robot production. Anything that J.J. does, Greg Grunberg has to show up. He produced Heroes. Yeah, he also did two Star Wars films, and the Star Trek films, and so Greg Grunberg has to show up everywhere. So it's just a rule. So yeah, so this is an action spy adventure, a little bit harder edged than your average ABC TV series. And this is, I think this probably premiered like at 9, 10 o'clock at night when it originally aired. So it wasn't necessarily kid friendly as much. It's it's sexy, it's sleek, it's got its share of gunplay and everything else. So yeah, it's Jennifer Garner at this point. It plays a college student who is also secretly a spy, and there's a lot of questions as to how this would affect her real life. Can she have a relationship? Can she fall in love? She is in a strange relationship with her father, played by Victor Garber, who is just a veteran of a billion different TV shows and movies, including a lot of Disney stuff. But you'll recognize her dad immediately if you've seen any amount of television. So yeah, this is went for 5 seasons. Most of the episodes go about 42 to 44 minutes long each. The premiere, though, is a good 67 minutes long, which means it was probably an hour and a half pilot premiere kind of thing, an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. So yeah, it's a hefty start to the thing. So I only watched one episode. I got the point. This is it's a classic for a reason. It's classic. Some people, I think toward the end, as it gets with any TV series, some people it wavers in its storytelling. It has its ups and downs. So yeah, I don't know what to expect, but I am going to add it to my watch list because I have wanted to watch this for a long time, and it's now I finally got a reason to check it out. I have not seen it before. No, I knew enough about it. I knew her name is Cindy Bristow, and she does spy stuff. The music in this, by the way, is just so generic early 2000s. It's got that uh, sort of I don't want to say knockoff Daft Punk kind of stuff, but it's got that pseudo electronic stuff. Well, it's all electronic, but it's very electronic, but it's very upbeat. Whenever guns bullets start flying, yeah, the music just gets faster and more electronic. But there's a ton of needle drops throughout. There's a whatever I didn't recognize any of the songs for the most part, but it sounds like music that existed in 2001. It's whenever there's an emotional moment, and there are plenty of emotional moments in this. The great thing about Jennifer Gardner in this is that she can go from playing super vulnerable, and she's got to get super vulnerable in this as an actress for certain scenes, and she also plays a badass at the same time. So she plays both ends of this, and somewhere in the middle, she does a little southern accent when she tries to pretend that she's someone she's not. So she's all over the place in this, which is a good thing. She's showing some versatility in her acting, and yeah, she's sweet and kind and pretty much adorable part of the time, and other times you're just like, this is a completely different woman. So it's kind of good. So, and I think she does get to play with costumes and wigs and stuff like that throughout the series, which lends to a fun element in the series. But yeah, so if you love femme fatale type action adventure, espionage types of things, yeah, you'll probably get a kick out of this. Again, I don't know what to expect. Later on, if they jump the shark, 2 seasons in, 3 seasons, like 2 episodes in, I have no idea. But I know there's a lot of people who really were into this when it was on. It was, it's got the romance, it's got the emotional drama, and it's got the action all wrapped into one. And there's lots of humor too. So, yeah. So I think we'll get to know the supporting cast a little bit further. And by the way, JJ likes to pick from the same group of actors over and over again. I keep seeing a loop of Terry O'Quinn in this. He appears in this series, and if you know who Terry O'Quinn is, you'll recognize him as Locke from the series Lost. So it's, yeah, there's a lot of regular bad robot actors in this. Can I call them bad robot actors? I don't know. But speaking of bad robot, at the very end, if you stay, at least for the first episode, again, I only watched one. If you stay for the very, very end, you will hear the original, I guess maybe it's the original, but it's an early version of the bad robot kind of title plate sound that I've never heard before. You've heard the one all the time in the movies and after at the end of Lost or any other J.J. Abrams show. He created this, by the way, and he executive produces it, just like he did with Lost and other things. I don't know if he directs any of the episodes. Did he direct? Maybe he directed the first one. I don't know. I didn't see any lens flare, so I can't really tell. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, it kept my attention. But we'll see how it goes. I'll finish it eventually. So, along with everything else, yeah, this week. I don't know how many other shows just premiered summertime releases. Yeah. But Ms. Marvel at least finished up her 6-episode run, so that's good. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
572.
572. So much new stuff, and they're not necessarily on Disney Plus, but hey, there's plenty of new stuff on Disney Plus. It's just everybody else has stuff too, and this is taking forever to scroll. 572. Okay. This is a documentary, I guess. Don't know if it's a series or if it's a single, but it's called We Feed People. Yeah. Don't know. We Feed People is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.